Do you know what scares most older adults the most as they age? It's not illness. It's not loneliness. It's quietly passing away in their sleep. Without a chance to say goodbye. Without anyone even realizing it. One morning, a loved one walks into the room to check in. But there's no response. Just silence. Later, the doctor says they passed peacefully in their sleep. It sounds gentle. But for those left behind, it's a shock. No one knows exactly what happened. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, nearly 1 in 4 deaths in people over age 65 occur at night, while they are sleeping. And the frightening truth is many of these deaths could have been prevented if we better understood the warning signs. So what exactly takes away an elderly person's breath in their sleep? Is it really just their time? Or is it something we can do something about? In today's video, we'll uncover some quiet but powerful truths no one really talks about. And more importantly, how you can protect yourself and your loved ones, so every night of sleep after 70 is safer, deeper, and more restful. If you find this kind of information important, don't forget to subscribe to Golden 60 Plus, the channel that walks with seniors through a life of health, joy, and purpose. First cause: silent heart failure. During sleep, the heart is like a quiet soldier in our body. All day long, it works tirelessly, pumping blood, delivering nutrients, keeping us going. But did you know? Nighttime is actually when the heart is put to its greatest test. As we age, the heart muscle weakens, its walls thicken, blood vessels stiffen, and when we lie down to sleep, more blood returns to the heart. This puts added pressure on an already tired heart. If the heart isn't strong enough, it may not handle that extra load, and it could simply stop. That's why thousands of elderly people die suddenly in their sleep each year. No warning, no pain. They just don't wake up. According to the American Heart Association, heart failure is the leading cause of death in older adults, and many cases go undiagnosed because the signs are so subtle. What are the signs? Shortness of breath when lying down, mild swelling in the legs by evening, feeling tired even without doing much, dry coughing at night, or waking up gasping for air. Many people brush these off as just normal aging. But they're really the heart's quiet cries for help. You might think, I still cook, walk, get around fine, I'm okay. But heart failure doesn't always make itself obvious. It creeps in, and often strikes when you least expect it, like in your sleep. In the next section, we'll talk about another dangerous risk, one that's just as deadly and often strikes without warning: stroke during sleep. If you've ever woken up with a drooping mouth or numbness in your hand, don't ignore it. Second cause: stroke during sleep. A stroke, or what doctors call a cerebrovascular accident, is one of the leading causes of death among seniors. The scariest part? It doesn't care whether you're walking, talking, or resting. It can strike as while you're fast asleep. Imagine this. You're lying peacefully in bed, and suddenly, a tiny blood vessel in your brain bursts, or gets blocked. Blood can no longer reach parts of your brain. Within minutes, brain cells begin to die. If you live alone, no one notices. No one calls for help. No one turns you over or checks your breathing. By morning, someone find you. But it's already too late. According to the World Stroke Organization, WMANS, around 15% of all strokes happen during sleep. And up to 30% of older adults have experienced a mini-stroke at night without ever knowing it. What increases the risk of nighttime stroke? Uncontrolled high blood pressure, unstable blood sugar levels, high cholesterol that's left untreated, sleep apnea, pauses in breathing during sleep, chronic stress, even when you look calm on the outside. One common sign: waking up with numbness on one side of your face, slurred speech, or feeling weak in one arm, and brushing it off as sleeping wrongs. That may be a TIA, a transient ischemic attack, nor a mini-stroke. It's a loud warning that must not be ignored. Up next, we'll look at the third hidden danger. Something common but often overlooked. Sleep apnea. It doesn't just leave you tired during the day. It could take your life during the night. Third cause. Sleep apnea. The silent nighttime threat. Have you ever heard someone snore so loudly it rattled the room? Or maybe you've woken up gasping for air, feeling like you were choking in your sleep. That's not something to laugh off. It could be a warning sign of a dangerous condition called sleep apnea. Sleep apnea happens when your airway becomes blocked during sleep, causing you to stop breathing for a few seconds, or even for minutes, before the body forces itself to breathe again. This can happen hundreds of times a night, and each time, your body is jolted awake, even if you don't realize it. The result? Your heart rhythm becomes erratic, blood pressure surges, oxygen to the brain drops dramatically. And if you already have underlying health conditions, the risk of death during sleep triples. A study from the University of Wisconsin tracked over 1,500 people for 18 years and found older adults with sleep apnea are 3 to 5 times more likely to die in their sleep, especially after age 60. The sad part: many people don't even know they have it. They think, I just snore loudly, or I feel a little tired in the morning, probably didn't sleep well. But if you regularly experience loud, unusual snoring, waking up gasping for breath, feeling tired even after a full night's sleep, morning headaches, or dry mouth, please don't ignore it. Talk to a sleep specialist or ENT doctor about doing a sleep test called polysomnography. Because what you think is just snoring could actually be stealing years from your life. And if you're finding this video helpful, consider sharing it with someone you care about, especially those who live alone. Because one video like this could quietly save a life. Fourth cause: sudden drop in blood pressure. During sleep, when people talk about blood pressure, it's almost always about high blood pressure. But for seniors, it's often low blood pressure at night that proves most deadly. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night feeling dizzy, cold sweats, or like your heart was barely beating? That could be a sign that your blood pressure dropped dangerously low. What causes this? Taking blood pressure medication at the wrong time or in too high a dose. Skipping dinner or eating too little. Drinking too much water before bed. Flushing out vital salts. Taking diuretics or muscle relaxers too close to bedtime. Having autonomic nervous system issues, common in diabetes or Parkinson's. A study published in the Hypertension Journal by the American Heart Association revealed older adults who experience nighttime hypertension have a 2.7x higher risk of sudden death during sleep. And the most dangerous part, there's no pain, no warning, just silence, especially for those who live alone. There's no one to notice that something is wrong. And by morning, when no one answers the door, it's too late. How can you protect yourself? Always check your blood pressure before bed. If you're on BP medication, ask your doctor if the timing is right. Never go to bed on an empty stomach. Stay hydrated, but avoid drinking too much water right before sleep. Stick to a consistent bedtime to reduce nervous system stress. If you're over 60 or care for someone who is, please share this video. This isn't just information. It's a quiet key to protecting someone's sleep and helping them wake up the next day smiling. How to avoid a silent death in your sleep. Dear friend, after everything we've shared in this video, you may have realized something important. Passing away during sleep is not always peaceful. Sometimes it's the result of a long chain of neglect. Neglecting symptoms, skipping checkups, ignoring the body's quiet cries for help. So what can we do to make sure we're not among those who slip away silently in the night? 1. Turn bedtime into a health check-in, not just lights out, instead of simply flipping off the light and closing your eyes. Take 30 minutes before bed to listen to your body. Check your blood pressure. Monitor your heart rate with a smartwatch or even just your fingers. Test your blood sugar if you're diabetic. Write down any feelings of fatigue, breathlessness, or dizziness. Let your body speak before you drift into sleep. 2. Don't go to bed hungry, but don't overeat either. A small balanced snack, like warm milk, half a banana, or a light soup, can stabilize blood sugar and prevent dangerous blood pressure drops at night. But avoid salty, fatty, or spicy foods before bed. They make your liver and heart work overtime while you sleep. 3. Breathe, relax, and gently massage before sleep. Try sitting quietly for 10 minutes. Just slow, deep breaths. It can calm your nervous system and prepare your body for rest. Lightly massaging your knees, wrists, or chest can also help improve blood circulation before sleep. 4. Ask your doctor about your nighttime medications. Many seniors take blood pressure pills, sleeping aids, or muscle relaxers at night. Without realizing they can lower heart rate, cause breathing issues, or drop BP too low during sleep. Ask your doctor. Should I really take this at night? Can I split the dose or change the timing? Don't hesitate. A well-timed question can save your life. 5. Always keep an emergency alert nearby. If you live alone, keep your phone, an emergency button, or smartwatch within reach. Use sleep monitoring apps that can alert someone if your breathing or heart rate becomes irregular. Some seniors in Japan even tape a sign on their bedroom door that says, "If I'm not awake by 9 a.m., please check on me." Simple, but it has saved thousands. Warning signs of sudden death during sleep. You should never ignore. Did you know? Sudden death during sleep often doesn't come without warning. The real problem is, we don't always listen closely enough. We brush it off, or think it's just one of those things. but our body always whispers before it screams. Here are the quiet signals it may be sending. Please pay attention. 1. Chest discomfort at night if you feel a dull ache, pressure, or tightness in your chest while lying down, especially on the left side. Don't assume it's just a bad sleeping position. It could be a sign of myocardial ischemia or mild angina, which can silently lead to a stroke or heart attack during sleep. 2. Shortness of breath while lying down. If you find yourself needing to sit up to catch your breath, hear wheezing, or notice that you stop breathing for a few seconds and then gasp, this could be sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is the #1 cause of sudden nighttime death among seniors, according to the Sleep Foundation. 3. Persistent nighttime cough if you're coughing at night for weeks without a cold or flu, especially a dry cough. This may be more than acid reflux. It could also be a sign that your heart is congested or fluid is building up in your lungs, both of which can become life-threatening during sleep. 4. Numbness or speech issues if one arm or leg suddenly goes numb. If you slur your speech for a few seconds, or forget a simple word, don't just blame it on aging. These could be mini-strokes, medically called transient ischemic attacks, TIAs, which are early warnings of a full-blown stroke. 5. Irregular heartbeat at night. If your heart suddenly beats too slow or too fast while you're in bed, it's not because you dreamed of running a marathon. These could be signs of arrhythmia, which is one of the top causes of sudden cardiac arrest during sleep. 6. Cold sweats and unexplained fatigue. Feeling strangely tired even when resting or breaking into a sweat while lying still can mean your body is lacking oxygen, your heart is struggling, or your blood pressure has dropped to dangerous levels. Important, these signs don't need to happen all at once. Even if just one of them keeps showing up, talk to your doctor. Let's not leave our loved ones with the painful memory. She was fine last night, but this morning, she just didn't wake up. Simple habits to help seniors sleep better and avoid silent death during the night, dear friend. After 70, you don't have to fight time. Instead, learn to walk with it wisely. That means embracing simple, mindful habits that can literally save your life. Here are 6 easy daily practices recommended by Japanese elders and American geriatric doctors that help you sleep deeply, live longer, and avoid sudden death during sleep. 1. Start the day with warm water and gentle sunlight. Drinking warm water in the morning thins the blood and reduces the risk of clots forming at night. Standing by the window for 10 minutes of fresh air and sunlight resets your internal clock and helps regulate sleep. In Japan, this is called asa no shinkokyu, morning deep breathing, and is seen as a ritual for long life. 2. Walk for 15 to 20 minutes daily. You don't need intense workouts. A slow walk around your yard, down the hallway, or at the park keeps blood flowing and lowers the risk of nighttime cardiac arrest. Morning walks also help reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that often spikes at night and affects your heart rhythm. 3. Write one positive thought before bed. Just jot down a simple note like, "Today I smiled while listening to an old song." "Grateful for tonight's warm dinner." This light habit relieves emotional stress and helps your mind rest peacefully. 4. Use a warm nightlight. Don't sleep in total darkness. Soft yellow or amber lighting helps your brain maintain a healthy sleep cycle. Sleeping in pitch dark can be risky if you experience a stroke or breathing issue and need to get up suddenly. A soft light gives orientation. 5. Make one phone call a day to loved ones. You may feel, I don't want to bother them, but a short 2-minute chat can help them detect changes in your tone, breathing, or confusion before something goes wrong. In Japan, elderly communities often call a senior buddy every morning and evening to connect and protect each other. 6. Leave a morning reminder. I'm still here. It can be as simple as a note. If I'm not awake by 8 a.m., please call me. Or use a smart device that alerts others if there's no movement for hours. This may sound strange, but it has saved thousands of seniors living alone. Final thoughts. Nighttime sleep. Where life and death are only a breath apart. Dear one, we prepare for trips and special events, but rarely prepare for life's longest journey, death. Not to fear it, but to live more carefully, more deeply, and more meaningfully. Sleep as if it were a gift, not surrender. Live as if every night's rest is a miracle, letting you wake up refreshed, alert, and blessed to see another sunrise. If this message touched your heart, please subscribe to Golden 60 Plus. Every week, we share practical wisdom and heartfelt stories to help you live joyfully, healthily, and independently in your golden years. Thank you for staying with us until the end. We look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we continue to explore life's most meaningful truths about aging. Wishing you a peaceful night and a smile when you wake.